compare Pulsechain or Pulsex to any other project that's come out. Any other project that it's development phase, has a prototype, does this, it's always private. No one knows. It's all FUD. It's all influencers. It's all nothing but speculation. And then boom, the product comes out, does a 2 to 3 month pump, and then drops because it's completely shit. Why? Well, because they didn't really test it with the public. That's not really what the public wanted. That's not really what was the best situation for the public. But the developers who didn't know better, because they're too smart for their own good, they couldn't get those little things. So when you're looking at your current situation, I'm telling you, man, you're in one of the best situations I've ever seen in crypto for an L1 at the beginning. And it's not just because of who we are with, it's because of how they have pre-positioned it compared to other projects. You know what I mean?
The fact that I have invested in, so I didn't invest in Pulsechain. I invested in Pulsex, but I'm gonna invest in Pulsechain. Because when I start finding out about Richard Harden and his products, I was late. So it was the week when Pulsex actually was going, the sacrifice was going live. So, and even like now, there is 2 years ago, all this thing happened. I still, feel so happy. you know, I feel happy because, bro, like I'm so confident. I'm very confident. It's like I've secured my future. And people are going to go crazy. How do you know anything can happen? Everything is possible. But the biggest, the pump, as you said, the first is the satisfaction of something has value, and that's why it still goes high and goes high, because you delayed the gratification. You did so much work for 2 years. You were preparing. People expect something huge, because it's different when you prepare something for a month, and it's different something when you prepare something for 24 months. So when it goes live, I know that like people will still will say, "Oh, this is like you can't say that, you don't know." But I believe, that in the first 2 months we're gonna do 15 to 20x. I do believe it. I'm very confident. There is no reason why not. And as Richard said, there is no reason why I won't see 10,000x. And bro, like I'm so pumped. I'm happy that all of you here have like images of Pulsex, of Pulsechain, that you are with Richard, because we all gonna make it, and everything's gonna go well. Because people will just gonna buy thousands of wallets, so many celebrities, so many people, everyone's gonna tweet. Nobody knows about Pulsechain now, except those who follow Richard Hart. And many people don't know Richard Hart. But in the next 2-3 years, Richard Hart is gonna be like the god of crypto. Crypto is gonna be more mainstream, and we're gonna be the wallets that are now millionaires. And then we're gonna expect new projects from Richard Hart. The people are gonna wait, and the glory gonna grow. That's the future.
Yep, we'll get there.
Because like imagine when new people are entering the crypto, how it works is that if 10 dudes pointing something and they're saying this is this thing, if somebody goes in a village and then there's only 100 villagers, and 100 villagers are believing in something, there is a new person that wants to move in that village, he gonna adapt the beliefs of that village pretty much, if he wants to be there and if he wants to go there and be friends with them and da. So basically, when new people, new investors, when the adoption gonna occur and people gonna go into the community, go on Telegram, go on the Reddit, videos, everything, and bro, like now, even nothing is launched, but if you say shit things about blockchain, people will laugh at you, and that's we. So when a newbie gonna come into the community or any other investor or person, and gonna say, "What's Pulsex? What's blockchain?" We're gonna say what it is, and we're gonna set the price pretty much. Because there is like we're gonna appreciate it more. So he's gonna be excited, he's gonna be pumped, and that's then a roll. It's like a ball that grows and grows and grows and takes more people and takes more people and gives falls and goes in X. So from the beginning, only by us thousands of wallets waiting, loving this project, the price is gonna go huge, because we're gonna set the price. It's not something that we don't believe that we're gonna sell, and as you said, the price is gonna go down. The tokenomics only for Pulsex are designed to do that X, thousands of X. And Pulsechain has like 120 projects on it, like some crazy numbers. Bro, it's a magic. It's a magic.
But I mean, I think the great thing about Pulsex, well, Pulsechain even, is there's going to be no inflation. Yeah, that's off to a good start.
I think Pulsex only
correct
stays the same.
But unlike most blockchain launches,
yeah,
they're inflating for up to 3 years.
The fact that we have Pulsechain and we know that behind it is like projects like liquid loans, and there is so many, like thousands, hundreds of projects. Every one of these projects with their market, they're gonna give exposure to our project. We won't do any market. We don't even pay for marketing. Mouth by mouth, they're gonna say, what's Pulsechain. Even now, bro, we reached pre-sale 138,000 wallets or something. And people were sacrificing billions. And then we have Pulsex, crazy tokenomics, deflates, and we have these, incentive tokens that are gonna receive rewards, and you can lock and earn. And what's the point of selling? And people, gonna just go all in.
Yeah, the highest of stakes.
They're using this time to continue to shoot, right? So like whatever they sold, right? Whatever was like sealed.
They
right?
are.
Oh,
They
I
are.
didn't thought about
They
that.
are.
I
They
didn't
are.
thought about that.
Don't worry.
We're all good, man. See, they're smart. So in the
Just
end,
let it go, man. Don't tell
we're good.
We're even better than what you think. Trust me on
Oh
this.
yeah,
No,
bro, that's way
we're
better.
even better than what you think. I just can't say it.
So we're in
But
good
just
hands.
remember,
Good,
we're
good,
in
good.
very good hands. They already thought about anything you could think about. I trust me. I've asked. Already on the ball. Everything's already in motion. The only thing that has left, pulse chain, because I think it will do more damage after the fact, because it makes it. Richard does more damage, not before. He does more damage after the fact, when he gets to tell people, "I told you so," because the "I told you so" is what brings the people in. Before the "I told you so," it's us that brings the people in. But after that, it's gonna be a no-brainer, man. When it launches and it's out and it does well and it's working.
Holy shit! I just saw what they did. Like I just saw in my mind. It's gonna be so sick.
Like, and you've
I had
been
some
in this
thoughts
business,
about
like,
it.
and like, think about it, right? So they already have
Holy shit, man.
they already have the film ready to go. So if it goes the way they want it to go, they can just continue and just add oil to the fire.
I hope they're smart enough. I hope
Of
they are
course they are,
smart.
my friend.
I hope they're
Of
smart.
course they are.
It's like,
Man,
all
they
right,
paid $1 million to be on a NASCAR. You think they won't put money into this?
they got run around the distribution game a little bit too much. So it's like now it's like people are like, all right, what do we have to do? Fuck this. Like, what's
No,
up?
I think at this
So
point
they're
it's like they told everyone about it. They were not selling themselves short, and everyone was like, "Nah, fuck you. We're all worried. We're all worried. We're all worried." And then soon they're gonna be like, "Oh, can we have you?" And then they're gonna be like, "No, you gotta pay."
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is that Richard doesn't have any bad history, any bad reputation, except Bitcoiners calling him a scammer. I don't know why, but overall, the amount his wealth he has, he doesn't need, like Richard doesn't need even crypto. He does it, like as I said, for glory. So I think his PR people, and he's very wealthy man. He's a billionaire. I think I think we're gonna see it somewhere with very high exposure, with a very nice story. But man, when Pulsechain, and when, bro, I'm fucking tired. We live today, we don't live tomorrow. Like, come on.
Sorry, bro, that's not part of the game. You wait. You wait. When you think about it, go look back in time and look at the time that was spent waiting. It's normal what we're going through right now. It's just so fucking normal. Except which coin out there was so powerful with the community that they knew something was going to come out, they had something that already worked, and they had a whole bear market where they could have just made constant money. Not a little 6x from Christmas to now, because everyone got that. But you could have got throughout this whole bear market gains and not lose money. That to me is fucking wild. And yet we still stand around and say, when Pulsechain? It's like, who cares? If the 1000x comes 3 years after the date that it launches, who cares when it launches? Yeah, I care about that fucking 1000x. I care about that 10x. I care about that sorry, not the 10x. I care about that 10,000x. I care about the 100x. When are those motherfuckers coming? Okay, well, it's a year after the launch. Perfect. HODL, baby.
You see,
Everyone
it's
that
our
says, "Oh, launch,
expectation.
launch, launch," bro, I swear to you, August, every time I hear launch, launch, oh, when's launch coming? Who the fuck cares? You're gonna buy? Oh, no, 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 I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna trade. I'm just gonna sit back and watch. So who the fuck cares when it is?
So basically, what Richard did was he had an idea. He gathered money by investors, and then he found that money to gather developers and experts of this market. And he built it. He's building it. He didn't say I have it ready. I have to do some tweaks and blah blah blah, and then put it live. But waiting 2 years, me, as an because everyone is easier to make money. I'm an investor, okay? You're an investor. Everyone is here for money. So basically waiting 2 years. Imagine the people that sacrifice 1 million. Imagine the people that sacrifice hundreds of thousands. How is like taking hundreds of thousands or millions out of your account? You pretty much sacrifice, because it's like it's investing. It's not like people who say don't expect anything from the work of others, and this is pure bullshit. This is actually only for for legal purposes, to not be taxed, because it's gonna be airdrop, and don't expect nothing. Pretty much Richard said, don't expect nothing. You won't get anything. You're gonna get airdrop that I will give you. Just it's not, you didn't pay me. That's what Richard said. That's why don't expect nothing. It means from the work of others, but still like fucking waiting 2 years as an investor. How is waiting 2 years? I think delaying gratification as well will increase the price. I know that software is hard, but I think a year ago Richard said was ready. We were about to go live, but one of my devs said that it's not ready now, and it's gonna take time. And if that happened, a year ago, it might happen again, and then people will go totally nuts. My brother was like, "How did you even send money to somebody you never met, you don't know, and you just send money?"
Mate,
I
it's
won't hide
wild.
it. I sent 5K, and sending 5K to an address that you don't know, to a person that you haven't met, because you are just a lunatic, that a good lunatic, an investor, call it, whatever you want. It's just crazy. And then after 2 years, you start realizing like, okay, I sent 5,000. I still believe, everything's gonna go fine because it's dope project back. Imagine those. I mean, it's still like sending money. Then you have all these things. Oh, have no expectations and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, 2 years and the weeks go and the weeks go. The months go, and you're an investor. It's just frustrating, because I call myself an investor. I'm investing in my money. So when I invest my money and I don't get anything back after 2 years, that's bad marketing. Because if you delay and delay and delay and delay, it's just bad marketing. But I think everything's gonna be like okay, because I think Pulsex gonna do great,
It
and
will.
even
It
and
will.
even if
Yeah.
3 months more we wait, or 6 months more, if we do 10,000x, people will forgive Richard. They're gonna be like, okay,
In general, when you're the
I
first
agree. Yeah,
person,
I agree.
there is no expectations because there's nothing to fall back on, right? You can't go and compare a project to an older project. That's like comparing Pepsi to Coca-Cola. That's not how you're supposed to invest in Pepsi.
But famous, he did. But to be also fair, and I agree exactly with what you're saying in terms of mindset. But also to be fair, testnet was built after sacrifice, not prior. So if that was changed, then I 100%
What do you
agree.
mean?
You know what I mean?
What, so what I think is irrelevant. Whether it was before or after, the project doesn't exist. The project doesn't have any numbers to fall
Yeah, that's
back
true.
on.
It's just an
You're not
idea and a
really
concept. Yeah.
investing. When I'm going in an apartment, I'm investing my money because I know that it's going to be vesting. It's in the vesting opportunity. Now we're not in a vesting, we're in a building opportunity. You have a prototype. You are able to utilize and test the prototype. And then when the actual product comes on, then you can continue and become an even bigger investor in that product. But currently we are the owners. You are the person who will get no one else will get it but you. Then people are going to be able to buy it off of people that own it. So August, yeah, I would maybe tend to look at it differently in an investing perspective, because you do have a prototype. You have multiple prototypes that have constantly grown, that have constantly improved, that are revolutionary, that are very competitive to the competition that's out there, that is doing very well. Therefore, in an investing world, you should be honestly very good and not be worried.
There is comes as well, like, okay, we are building it, but the frustration comes from where when I build something I really have control, but here I don't have any control whatsoever. And when the
Of course you do.
months
Of course
and
you do,
year,
my friend. You see, that's again a misconception that you have. You have the opportunity to go and test stuff and get the errors and record the errors and send it to the people that can make a difference. If no one were to do that, then the mistakes would never fix themselves. So you are able to do something. It's just the way that you're used to doing it is not the same. But we aren't in real life. We aren't dealing with dollars. We aren't dealing with actual humans. You're dealing with code. You're dealing with a metaverse. You're dealing with tokens. So we have to look at it in a different way.